Well. Here we are, racing fans. Here on the other side of the 2024 Formula One Melbourne GP in Australia. You're watching Kohr F1. I'm your host, Phil. Let's get into it. The entire event has been an incredible success. The fan turnout was spectacular. The national coverage was next level. Butt-Ass did one of the greatest commercials I have ever witnessed. It was a 4-day festival in Albert Park. It was an F1 event on a level that surely elevates it to one of the premier events of the F1 calendar. An absolutely phenomenal effort. So hats off to you, Stryer, for being fantastic and amazing hosts. Now let's cover some of the pre-race events that took place. Rocket balls did not show the dominance we expected during free practice. However, the greatest controversy of the free practice sessions was Alex Orator doing a stroll directly into a wall. That in itself was not a controversy, but the fact Willie Slams had no spare chassis was. Within hours of that stroll into the wall, Willie Slams realised that Alex's car was not going to be repairable in time for the GP. There was no spare chassis because James Vowles couldn't find that function in Excel. So what is one to do? The next best thing. Chain Logie bear up and steal his car. Well, the social media backlash was completely nuclear. Willie Slams fans were livid that their cutie bear was being punished for something he did not even do. They voiced their dissatisfaction en masse. Who even knew there were that many Willie Slams fans to begin with? Long story short, Logan Corporal was benched and Alex Orator got the car. James said it was for the good of the team, but was it really? It made Logan look like a fool and Willie Slams didn't even score any points from it. I digress. Let's move on to qualifying. Daniel Avocado disappointed yet again by failing to reach Q2. Will he make it past the mid-season break? Even more shocking, Lewis de Goat did not make it out of Q2. Has he just given up at this point? Is he just waiting to get into that sweet red and yellow team? Alas, Maximal Speed'n took pole, as expected, and here we are then at the Melbourne GP. The race. The race had all the hoopla of a major event, with a national anthem of Australia sung so beautifully, followed by a flyover and all manner of fanfare. Then it was lights out and away we go. And boy, a lot of people who were not awake or not watching because they thought this was going to be another Max massacre were soon ruining their choices in life because someone managed to get Skittles into RB's cars. And when I say RB, I mean Red Bull, because I'm not a complete and utter moron, so no, I'm not going to be thinking of racing bullshiz when I see RB. Anyway, Carlos smoothly overtook Max, and the car decided to combust in response, not used to such irregular phenomena. Max had to get his car back to the pits while it was on fire, and then he quickly retired and managed to make it back to his iRacing by lap 38. Without Max involved, all bets were off. It was anyone's game. This would normally mean battles all over the grid. Sadly, Lewis had a battle with his engine, and he was the next DNF. What's going on here? Checo's car was looking like a rocket ship, but he too suffered a serious case of the Skittles. He admirably managed to keep his car in the race and finished, scoring points for rocket balls, but sadly for him, he did not make the podium. The rest of the race was really rather boring and lacked any real battles. There was a little bit of controversy when the Papaya boys were ordered to switch position and Lando Calrissian was moved into third, denying the homeboy, Oscar Pastry, a podium in front of his home crowd. Little bit of a dick move there from Zach. A bad turn for George Weatherman led to him strolling into a wall and ending up on his side in the middle of the track. No red flag was called because, sadly, the folks in charge don't like him. Fortunately, a tragedy was averted because Lance Walker is a professional and dodged that shiz. The final outcome was Carlos managing to secure the win with his teammate Charles coming in second. Lando came third, and nobody cares about anyone else who doesn't get on a podium. And that was our Melbourne GP. A surprising result and a mid-level race. I give it a 5 out of 10. It was a well-deserved victory for the driver who currently is jobless for next year and is only 2 weeks out of getting surgery to remove his Horcrux. He was clearly on Team Carlos and is living his best life. So that is the week that was here in Melbourne, Australia in 2024. I want to thank you for joining me here at Kohr F1, and I look forward to seeing you back here as we prepare for our next exciting event, coming to you from Suzuka, Japan. I'm Phil. Stay awesome, racing fans. Let's activate our DRS and speed on out of here. Like and subscribe for more of this nonsense.
Hey Phil, I'm still the favorite, right? Hey, who turned out the light?